So I'm gonna go over a quick video real quick. Show y'all one of my identities. Um, so to gain the capital, the money, also to cover my monthly expenses, I'm gonna a little bit of a story time. Um, I'm not just jumping into entrepreneurship. I've basically been doing it since 2021, and I'm gonna show you guys my identity as a painter. So my first entrepreneurship journey started off as the typical story, cutting grass, things like that. I became like a handyman, and it grew from there. But I'm not going back to a job. I'm just not. I've done that 2 times since 2021, and can't do it no more. I work too hard on myself internally and externally to go get paid some bullshit hourly wage. It's too much money out there to be compensated for that bullshit. It's not even doable. It's not even livable, right? Job just over broke. But I'm not against it. Do what you do, right? But smart people invest in a career or invest in a skill. Normally, if you invest in a skill, that is your career. So learn a skill, right? Supply and demand. Find out what field you want to be in. And with me, my first one was like a handyman. So here we go. So back to my words, right? Create and execute. Um, this is Billy right here. Back to what I said about relationship. This one man changed my life. He put a thought in my head, and I executed. Create and execute. I'm forever dead with this man. But I'm gonna save his story for another day. But so since we're on the topic of Billy, just tell y'all a little quick story on how I met Bill. Make a long story long. Back to what I said about relationships, right? This one man changed and impacted my life. Opened the doors up for entrepreneurship. Just gave me a different perspective of a lot of things, right? He supplied many tools in my life. Just this one person. But how I met Bill, I was at my grandmother's house. I was cleaning the yard and I was playing Nipsey. And Nip don't be talking no bull. And he came to the fence line and he called me over. He was just, I don't want to hear this. He said the ER, the end with the ER. I don't want to hear this. I'm like, what? Huh? And at that point in time in my life, I was transitioning into who I am today, right? And instead of me reacting out of disrespect and anger, I was like, "Are you listening to the music?" I was, walking them through it, like. So we went on like not a little argument, but we went a little slight back and forth. So I left. I kept doing what I was doing, and he came back and he apologized. And he said he was frustrated and things like that, and he apologized. But the important thing was how I reacted to the situation. If I would have reacted out of anger or disrespect, right, being who I was before, oh, you just my property, blah 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 blah. The list goes on how I could have reacted in a negative way. But as a man, communication, right, reacting verbally instead of physically or emotionally, and that man, I look as him as a father figure now. I could call him up any day, to this day, anytime that I want, if I need anything, right, and he'll help me. And yeah, so that's how I met Billy. He a father figure to me, right? But that's how that's how I met Bill on him saying that ER. But Bill ain't racist. Bill, if you ever see this, I love you. I thank you. Like I said, I'm forever in debt, and you forever in my favor. So back to the video. But back to the video. And how you hear the people say, right? You don't have to have the best cameras, the best microphone, the best equipment. Just get started. That's the only thing that's important, right? So I was pulling up. Look at this. This was my trailer, right? I had the thing. I had it tied together, wood pieces, not even all the way. This is my trailer. I'll pull up to the jobs. They're like, that's what you using? You get the job done, though. So I made these simple flyers, right? Fire season, get rid of the extra risk, save your house and property. That was the line that really sold it right there. I did this July 2nd, right? Yard maintenance, cleanup, special projects, blah, 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 blah. So went door to door, gate to gate. Where my grandma's at, they have ranches and acres and things like that. So it's property out there. And there's a high demand for, yard maintenance, landscaping, things like that. So I got my job, first job, July 8th, to haul this away. See my son back there. Haul this pile away. It was actually bigger. You know, sometimes the camera don't do no justice. Loaded it up. Bam. Got it all cleaned up before and after. So I went up to the lady, and she was like, how much do I owe you? Mind you, coming from an hourly wage job, didn't really know about, you know, selling, negotiating, things like that. Just really experimenting, thrown in there. I'm like, man, 300. So she goes in, she writes a check. The lady comes back out. She was like, my quote, the price I gave her was smaller than the other quotes that she had received. This lady came out with a $500 check. My quote and estimate and the price I gave her was smaller than all the ones that she had received previously. I made $500 in about 4 hours just by trying. That shit blew my mind, right? $500 by picking up some branches, bro, it blew my mind. And that was just the start of it, right? I was making so much money. We went to Disneyland, Knott's, and SeaWorld in 1 week, you know? But yeah, I was, you know, my nigga Vaughn, you see, I was bringing my guys on the jobs. Like, we was doing it. And just to show y'all some of my projects, right? You know, I've done everything from painting, houses, repairs, barns, mobiles, sheds. Like, I've done a lot of stuff, right? My blue collar, get them hands dirty, right? Learning a skill, though. Luckily, I had a mentor, but I put myself in the position to have a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, before I didn't have a mentor, right? You could just read. I used to just read, still read. But, yeah, I've done everything. Like, I've done, you know, I was doing repairs. It started off as yard maintenance. I got in with realtors, all by me just trying, right? So there's something that you want to try, whether that's, you know, cutting grass or a painter, a mechanic, a plumber. Man, do what you want to do, right? I was doing flooring. Create what you want to create. I did roofing. I redid a whole roof, right? Jump on those opportunities. Like, it's doable, my brother. $1,600 days, $500 days, $200 hours. Like, the shit was really nothing. It became normal. That's why, when I said about the job, I can't go back. It's not that I won't. I will, obviously. But that math ain't mathing, right? Once you get introduced to this space, it's just a numbers game. So what I'm currently doing right now, I'm gonna paint and repair fences. So I gotta keep the bills paid somehow. I like painting. It's not a lot of labor. Look at that. If you're a homeowner, you don't want that done to your house, look at the difference in that. Look at that. So basically just doing and incorporating everything I learned down there and transitioning that into IE and just gonna keep it going. But as you can see, a big change, right? A big difference. You know, get that Skrilla. Get that money. But yeah, moral of the story, right? I was just like, to summarize it, but create and execute. Just go try. I'm not even telling you, right? I'm not pointing the finger. I'm doing it too. I'm just trying. I'm just gonna do it. What happens, happens. What's meant for me is meant for me. It just takes that one relationship, right? That one person, thoughts or things, right? To put that little thought in your head. If you create and execute, you never know the outcome. And that basically just opened the doors for entrepreneurship and gave me a different perspective as business and, you know, what's out there. And when it comes to pride and ego, I'm not against the hourly wage job. I will happily go back to do that if I have to do that. But I don't have to do that. And even when I did that this past December, right? I'm gonna say that for another video, but they had me fucked up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw it in here. Watch this. I am done with this shit. I swear to you. Throwing all this shit away. RIP. I'm not doing this shit no more. Laziness ends in forced labor. They had me fucked up. I'm done. You can hear it in my voice. She had me. It's ways to go about things, and where I'm at in my city, right? They just building these endless warehouses, and this lady had the wrong one. Long story short, she was like, man, it's not even. I can't even tell the story. But before I used to be in warehouse, and I worked my way up from the lowest floor position to one of the highest. And she had me doing some bull. She had me wrapping some pallets, right? Mind you, just this past December, just because of Christmas and things like that, right? Doing as a man, doing what I had to do just to get some extra chili. And I walked back up to her. I was like, I'm finished. And she gonna tell me, what did I tell you to do? Baby,
Bitch, you got me fucked up. You can suck my left nut.
baby. See, people will try to bring your old identity out of you. You just, boy, I ain't been that mad in a while. I walked up to her as a supervisor, as a leader, right? I come to you and say I'm finished. Not, oh yeah, just go do that, or can you do this? Different ways to do it. She said, "What did I tell you to do?" Bitch, how had my sister come up here and drag you out this motherfucking world, so. But I wanted to cut all them pallets that I wrapped. She had walked straight out that motherfucker, and that's where that video is. But just got sidetracked. More of the story is, right, create and execute relationships. Just try. If you want to be a plumber, you don't even got to be a. My primary focus isn't YouTube. This is just an outlet, a source, a platform that I get to show what I'm doing, right? What's important to me is, i.e., my brand, my vision, my concept. So just go out and create and execute. I'm gonna be showing y'all though some of my videos. I'm gonna be getting some quotes in. I'm gonna do the door to door. If you've done door to door, you know how hard and brutal that is. People don't even answer the door nowadays. They just answer the phone from the Ring camera. So even trying to get a sale nowadays, it's a battle. But we up for it. I'd rather do that than catch a case with like that. But yeah, to the next video, i.e., create yours.